Hi everybody, this is Courtney with Fiber Fox Studios, and today we are going to be working on pattern number 31. Bit of a Greek key with a twist, I guess is the best way to explain it. We're going to be working flat in the video, but I did want to let you know that you can work in the round by just working in the multiple of 14 and slip stitching to form your ring. I'm also going to show you another sample that I'm working on. It's a project that I'm doing, but in that I'm working in the round, so I think it would be helpful for some of you to see like a visual of what this could look like. If you do want to purchase the chart set that goes with this, just make sure that you're using the chart number 1, which is listed as the tutorial version, so that your chart and this tutorial will line up together and you can use it as a support tutorial. If you want to repeat this design and use it for a larger project over and over instead of like a border or separator pattern, which is kind of my thought, this is what it'll look like if you work up for an additional repeat. So you keep moving up and this is what you would have. So now I want to show you in the round real quick. The way that I'm using this pattern is I have some of those storage stools and I'm creating covers that go over the storage stool. So I'm going to zoom up so you guys can see. So I got this at IKEA. It's one of the little storage stools or footstools that you can purchase for like $20. And it has a removable cover, but that removable cover actually is what holds the things that you're storing inside of it. So it's kind of a pain to take it off to wash it if you need to. And I do have a dog. So I'm creating a removable cover, and I'm using on this particular one, this is another one of my designs and I'll link it down below, but I'm using it as the border to start bringing out the piece so that I can create the cover for the top of the step stool, the removable little storage cover. So if you take a look, using it as a border, since I need it to kind of come in and create a little, almost like a little dome, I'm not increasing at the corner like you would if you were using this on a blanket, but I'm working in the round. So I'm working in the round. I carried my yarn up and I just worked in the round. And in order to use this as a border, all you need to do is count your total number of rows and your total number of stitches. This particular design has a multiple of 14. So when I'm adding it to the side here, I marked where I could start and where I would need to end the last repeat so that I would get an even number of the designs. And then from that point forward around the corner, you can just work single crochet all the way around. If you're doing a blanket, you would do the increase at the corner. So that's another way that you can use it to kind of trim out something. So that's how I'm using this particular design in my project that I'm working on. That gives you, there's 3 repeats going down the side. So that gives you an idea of a way that you could use it as a border and what that would look like on a project. So now we're going to jump into the tutorial. We are going to be working flat. So you're going to grab at least 2 colors of yarn. You will jump down to the description for links to the chart set, row start times, and project ideas with chain counts and extra information that you'll find helpful. But let's jump into the tutorial. A lot easier than it seems. Lots of information down that description, so make sure you check that out. For your starting chain, you want to grab color A, whichever color you choose. For me, it's going to be yellow, but we're going to work with color A first, and we're going to begin the tutorial now. We begin working by chaining in the multiple of 14 over and over, and then we add 4 chains to the end. So for my sample swatch, I have chained 28 chains plus 4 on the end. So that was 2 repeats of the pattern plus 4 equals a total of 32 chains. Now we're going to begin row 1. So if you're not ready, you can pause and go down to the description, figure out which project you would like to do, and chain out your starting chain and then return to the video. For the rest of us, we're moving on to row number 1 now. So we're going to begin row 1 by skipping the first chain and work here into the second, doing a traditional single crochet. So that means we want to go under the V. So we're completely in the stitch, Now we just finish a single crochet just like normal. Our repeat for row 1 starts now, and that repeat is very easy. We're going to be doing a back loop only single crochet in every single stitch. So I'll be referring to those as single crochets throughout the rest of the tutorial, but we're going to identify the back loop and pick up only one side of our stitch. And then we do a single crochet just like normal. And that is how we complete a back loop only single crochet. So we're going to place a single crochet working in that back loop in every stitch. And then we'll meet up at the last stitch in the row, and I'll show you how you do the last stitch of every single row. So you may pause here. We'll meet back up in just a moment. We're back at the end of row 1, so I've placed my back loop only single crochet in all of my stitches. I now have one stitch left here at the end of the row. All of your row ends, you will be going under the V and working in that last stitch completely, doing a traditional single crochet. So start of our row and end of our row is a traditional single crochet each and every time. So just finish out our single crochet. So from here you can chain up to or bind off however you prefer. And we're going to clip our yarn, move on to row number 2. Ready to work row number 2. For row number 1 we worked in color A. And for row number 2 we are going to be working in color B. So we're going to identify the first stitch in our row. So if you take a look right here, we have our turning chain from row 1. We want to scoot that down out of the way, and we want to make sure that we go into this first stitch. So we go under the V, and then we add on, slip knot or otherwise, our new color. And now we're going to do our traditional single crochet. So this is how you join on your new color for each and every row. So we're going to pull up that loop. We're going to chain 1. Now we go back down into the same exact stitch. So into the same stitch. And we are going to finish out our traditional single crochet. So we just grab and pull up. So that's what we do to join on our color. Now our repeat for row number 2 starts. And our repeat is exactly the same as row 1. We're going to be placing a single crochet in each and every stitch, so we know we're working in our back loops only when we do our repeat. So we're going to place a single crochet in all of our stitches all the way down the row. That's all we need to do. And then we will do a traditional single crochet in the last stitch, and then we'll meet back up for row number 3. We'll be working back in color A. So you can pause here and meet back up with me when you're ready for row number 3. Row 3 begins now, and we begin by joining on this time with color A. And our mosaic work is going to begin on row 3. So the repeat for row 3 will begin immediately. And that repeat begins by doing one of our double crochets into the next stitch. So all of our double crochets are drop down double crochets. So we identify the next stitch, slide directly down 2 rows below, and picking up that front loop that we left by doing back loop only single crochets. Now we just grab and pull up our loop and grab and pull through 2, grab and pull through 2. So a completely normal double crochet is done. What's different is where we are placing it when we're anchoring it down here. So now we're going to move on with the repeat for row 3 by doing 6 single crochets over the next 6 stitches. So all of these are going to be working in the back loop. Here's number 1. Identify that next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we will do 1 double crochet, wrap, identify, slide down. Six single crochet will end our repeat. So we do 6 single crochets. Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and number 6. That ends our repeat for row number 3. So let's recap. Row 3's repeat began over here with 1 double crochet, 6 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 6 single crochets. So we start back over with this double crochet and we keep working that same set of stitches on down the rest of our row. So we're going to begin the repeat for row 3 again together now. So our repeat begins with 1 double crochet, 6 single crochets. If we're ever not sure where to start our next stitch, we can fold back our double crochet. 1 double crochet takes up 1 stitch back there. So we know we can begin doing our 6 single crochets right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we will do 1 double crochet right here. And we will do 6 single crochets to end the repeat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that ends our repeat. So now we've completed another repeat of our stitches for row 3. So here's what you will have after you complete row 3. Essentially what you're doing all the way down your row is double crochet, 6 single crochets, double crochet, 6 single crochets, all the way down. For those of you who are ready to move on to your row end, you are going to stay with me. If you're not ready for the row end, then you want to pause the video, because this is going to be how you complete all of your row ends from this point forward in the tutorial. So now we're going to do our row end for row number 3. We will be handling every row end exactly the same. You're going to find that you have 2 stitches left at the end of every row, and you will restart your repeat for 1 stitch, and then we know last stitch in the row is a traditional single crochet. So for row number 3, our repeat starts with a double crochet. So we're going to complete our double crochet. Now we have 1 stitch left. We go under the V, and we do our traditional single crochet. Now from here you can chain up 2 or bind off however you prefer. If you take a look, the beginning of your row and end of your row will match. All right, so now we're going to move on to row number 4. Here's what our work will look like after completing row number 3. We are now moving on to row 4, so please join on color B. Row 4's repeat begins immediately by doing 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So 1 single crochet. Now we will do 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. We will now do 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and 4. One double crochet will end our repeat for row number 4. So let's recap what we just did. Row number 4's repeat began over here with 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, and we end with 1 double crochet. So you will start back over and work your single crochet, double crochet, and so on through the end of your row. When you get to the end of your row, you're going to have 2 stitches left. So you will restart your repeat for 1 stitch. So in this case, a single crochet. And then you will do a traditional single crochet into this last stitch of the row. So we'll be back in just a moment for row number 5. Here's what your work will look like after completing row number 4. We're now moving on to row 5. So please join on color A. Row 5's repeat begins immediately by doing 1 double crochet into this next stitch. Just slide down. One single crochet here into the next stitch. There's 1. 1 double crochet. Two single crochets. 1. And number 2. 1 double crochet. 1 single crochet. 1 double crochet. 1 single crochet. 1 double crochet. 2 single crochets. 1 and number 2. 1 double crochet. 'And we end with 1 single crochet here into this next stitch. That ends our repeat for row number 5. So let's recap. Row number 5's repeat began over here when we did 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and we end with 1 single crochet. So if you really look at what you're doing, you're just making these little boxes in between. So over here, you're just going to come make those little boxes in these sections. So you are going to start back over with your double crochet and keep working this exact same set of stitches on down the rest of your row. Then we'll meet back up for row number 6. Remember, end of the row, you're going to have 2 stitches left. You will restart your repeat for 1 stitch. So double crochet and then single crochet, the traditional one, there in the last stitch. So back in just a moment. We're now moving on to row number 6. Please join on color B. Our repeat for row number 6 will begin immediately by doing 3 single crochets over these next 3 stitches. So we just identify our very next stitch. Get in there. So there's 1. Number 2. And number 3. 1 double crochet. 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. 1 double crochet. 1 single crochet. 1 double crochet. 2 single crochets. 1 and 2. 1 double crochet. 'And we will end the repeat for row number 6 by doing 2 single crochets in the next 2 stitches. So here's number 1 and number 2. That ends our repeat for row number 6. So let's recap. Row 6's repeat began over here when we did a total of 3 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 2 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and we end with 2 single crochets. So you will start back over with your 3 single crochets and keep working that exact same set of stitches on down the rest of your row. And then we will meet back up for row number 7 in just a moment. Row 7 begins now, so please join on color A. Our repeat for row number 7 will begin immediately, and that repeat begins by doing 1 double crochet into this next stitch. 1 single crochet into this very next, 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, and number 4. 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets over the next 4 stitches. Here's 1, 2, there's 2, 3, and 4. 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet into this next stitch to end our repeat for row number 7. So that ends the repeat. Row 7's repeat began over here when we did 1 double crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, 1 double crochet, 4 single crochets, 1 double crochet, and we end with 1 single crochet. So you will start back over with the double crochet and work the same set of stitches on down your row. Remember, 2 stitches left after the end of your last repeat. So right here at the end of the row, restart your repeat for 1 stitch, single crochet into the very last stitch. Row 8 begins now, so please join on color B, and we're going to begin our repeat immediately by doing 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Right here, very next stitch. 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, right here, into this one. Now we will do 11 single crochets over the next 11 stitches. So we're working straight across here. So we begin by doing number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, oops, number 7, 8, 9, 10, and number 11. Now we will do 1 double crochet right here into this next stitch to end our repeat. So that's a pretty quick and easy little repeat for row number 8. So let's recap what we just did. So row number 8 repeat began over here with 1 single crochet, 1 double crochet, 11 single crochets, and we end with 1 double crochet. So you're going to start back over and do your single crochet, double crochet, 11 single crochets, ending with a double crochet on down the rest of your row. And then we'll meet back up for our final row, which is row number 9. Row 9 begins now. We're going to join on color A and begin working our repeat. Our repeat for row number 9 begins now and begins with 1 double crochet into this next stitch. Now we are going to do 13 single crochets over the next 13 stitches. So there's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And that actually ends our repeat for row number 9. So we'll recap. We did 1 double crochet and 13 single crochets for our repeat. So you'll start back over with your double crochet and keep working that exact same set of stitches on down the rest of your row. Here's what you will have after you complete row number 9, and you can rewind back in this video to row 2 and complete rows 2 through 9 as many times as you would like to work up using this for a bigger section in a project. As always, I appreciate you guys so much for watching. I hope that you have hit the subscribe bell, and if you did enjoy this tutorial, I hope you hit that thumbs up on your way out. Until next time, bye for now.